Good afternoon, viewers. Coming to you from Condinnen in the wheat belt of Western Australia. It's about 2.5 hours from Perth, 280 odd metres above sea level, so a little bit colder this time of year in the winter. But it's beautiful and green out there now, and the golden canola fields and the rolling hills and big trees. It's a lovely place to be. Condinnen is also a very friendly town. I've been here 4 months now. I couldn't have asked for more in terms of just being taken at face value. The locals aren't pushovers by any means, but they're not bad people either. They're not cliquey. They're inclusive, and if you're straight up, they're straight up too. And I've made some good friends here already in just 4 months. I see more people and have more friends and interaction and have more fun here than I did living in Mandurah. And friendships where they don't miss your absence, they certainly didn't appreciate your presence. So that's a little quote off the internet. But now, if you're like me and you were struggling with a big mortgage and the cost, I couldn't afford to renovate. I'm a teacher, and my mental health and physical health because of drinking was suffering because of the behaviour of some students, and and for me, life didn't look too good. There was probably a bit of depression and stuff. There's definitely a bit of depression crept in. My mum could probably tell you about some of the dark places I've found myself. But things took a turn. So real estate did what it did. My little place that I paid for 260, I still owed 200 on, sold for 500. So I had 300,000, and I put it in gold. And because Trump was coming in and gold did well, I have to pay 24% capital gains tax on that. But considering I needed time off work anyway, I won't have to pay. I think the first 20,000 that you earn in a financial year is tax free. So the majority, of gold that I sold in the financial year, so I didn't have to pay too much capital gains tax, and I needed the time out for my mental health and to work things out. Now, where it pertains to you is for in these country towns where the farmers' kids are respectful, and they get out and play sports, and they're out on the farm and helping and doing jobs, as opposed to a lot of city kids that spend too much time gaming. In my experience, that's just a generalisation. No, it's not everyone. Here, teaching the kids, I enjoy. I've gone back to teaching because you have a lot of jobs to do in an older house. You don't feel like being immobile and hungover like you would do in the city. It seems like in the city, every time you go out the front door, it costs you a fair bit of money. I got sick of the sirens and the V8s and all the noise. I love V8s and Harleys, but blatting up and down the street when you live close to a main road, it gets on your nerves after a while. So I bought out here in Condinnen, and this place cost me 110 all up. I've done on this channel a walkthrough before. Here's some French doors I've just had put in. The bed's stripped because I've done my linen today because it was sunny a bit earlier. In winter time, you got to take advantage of that. But I get this place for like 110. I'll have spent. It's got to be painted in September. I've just had it re-stumped, which is in another video. The French doors have gone in. The bathroom's going to be renovated. It'll owe me about 150. I've spent maybe $70,000 on toys. $80,000. Yeah, I've got 3 bikes, a camper van, a Hilux 4B, and yeah, it's and then there's money left over in the bank. That's still in gold, and hoping that's still going to do well. I don't know much about shares and stocks and trading. I'm talking to a few people about it, but I must admit I'm not a very good student. I don't find it that interesting. But my point is, if you're struggling with alcohol, with the cost of living, with stuck behind a mortgage, with maybe the way your kids are coming up, you're growing up, you're a bit concerned that they don't have a lot of the old values of sort of respect and work ethic and that, which I've seen in spades here with the farmers' kids. Then maybe a country town change might be for you. Maybe you bought your house before the real estate boom went crazy, and if you sold it, you could do similar to what I did, do your research, find yourself a nice country town, and don't have a mortgage like me. It's beautiful. Have money. You want to go on holidays? Go on holidays. I went on 4 months holiday, but it's and then life takes on the mental health, physical health, financial. It's all turned around, and life feels a lot more worth living from my perspective. Anyway, the thing that I'd still love is at some stage is someone to love is a partner, but when you're 50 in your 50s and you've got a few runs on the board, you're finally in a place where life's feeling good again. The way the legal system's set up is, if you're with somebody for a certain amount of time, you can lose your house to them. Now, I'm not a lawyer. My younger brother is, so I've got to ask him about prenups. I know it all goes out the window when you have a child, and I agree that if you have a child, they are your responsibility. But for someone to live with you for a year and you lose everything's kind of scary. It puts you off having a partner. But yeah, I'd like one at some stage. Pretty soon, actually. Nice not to. I'm happy enough being single, but it would be nice to to have someone to care about you, and someone to care about. Sort of vibe off each other like that. You care about me and I care about you, and that's pretty good. Yeah, so I've done walkthroughs and that before. This is now my dining room, of course. Dining room / office. I like to sit in that recliner and read books in the sun, in the morning sun. I've got a big old organ that I'm going to get put there. Play a bit of that Toccato D minor Dracula music. That's pretty cool. I'll get my big mug off here and just. This is, as I say, it's a cool day, so the fire is going. I've just wheeled some wood in. That's why the doors are open as well. But is this locked or unlocked? Unlocked. My grass came out of a box from Bunnings for about $5. Just raked up the soil, sprinkled it in, threw a bit of topsoil on it, and she's going gangbusters. That's my beautiful garden, herbs and all that kind of thing. Got a pizza oven over there. It's just, I'm a school teacher, so I might have that advantage. But if you can work from home, or you've got a trade, or you don't mind turning your hand to just about anything, there's always bar work and cleaning and cooking and other things you can do. But you're not stuck, and when it feels like life's dealt you life's hard and unfair, and you can't find much happiness in it, just hang in there, because tomorrow's another day, and you never know what's around the corner. I think at 52, I'm happier than I've been for a long time. Ever since, I think the happiest I can remember being is in my early 30s, just finished uni and surfing a lot. But other than that, this would have to be the happiest I've been. Good luck being happy. See ya.